What is up, everybody? Welcome to Box Office Ricky, and I am your host, and today we are talking about a movie that I just saw right now. It's called They Will Kill You. It's currently in theaters as of March 27th from Warner Brothers Pictures, soon to be Paramount Warner Brothers. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway, I'm going to say up front, I had a blast with this movie. But before we get into my thoughts, let's talk about where the movie came from, because the story behind this film is just as interesting as the film itself. Okay, so the director of They Will Kill You is a guy named Kirill Sokolov. Sokolov, I can't say it. And if you don't know that name yet, remember it, because you're going to be hearing it a lot. Sokolov was born in St. Petersburg, Russia, and what I love about this guy's story is he's actually has a master's degree in physics, not film school. Physics. But he kept making short films on the side with his friends, literally using ketchup as fake blood in the early days. Eventually, filmmaking took over his life completely, and he went on to make this future debut with a little Russian dark comedy called Why Don't You Just Die, which came out in 2018, and got him compared to Quentin Tarantino by critics all over the world. And that's not just a coincidence. Sokolov has openly said that Kill Bill, Evil Dead 2, and Old Boy are among the biggest inspirations. This man was built for this kind of movie. And They Will Kill You is his Hollywood debut, and it's a big one. The film is actually produced by Andy Muschietti, which you might know from It, and his wife, Barbara Muschietti. Sister. Sorry about that. The brother and sister team behind It Chapter 1 and 2. This is actually the first film from their brand new production company, Nocturna. So there was a lot of writing on this film for them. The movie was shot in Cape Town at the end of 2024, and it actually premiered at South by Southwest just a couple weeks ago before hitting theaters today, March 27th. Now, the cast is stacked. You got Zazie Beetz leading the charge alongside Myla, Patricia Arquette, Heather Graham, Tom Felton, and Patterson Joseph. The score was composed by Carlos Rafael Rivera, who some of you may know from Ozark, and trust me, the music in this movie absolutely slaps. So let's dive into my review. All right, let's get into it. I really genuinely enjoyed this film. The first thing that hit me, and I mean immediately, was how much it reminded me of Kill Bill. You've got a fierce, unstoppable woman cutting through waves of enemies, blood flying absolutely everywhere, and this cool, stylish energy that just keeps you locked in from start to finish. But Sokolov adds something extra on top of that. There's like this supernatural, demonic layer to this movie that gives it its own identity. It's not just an action film. It's got the horror elements, dark comedy, and this wild gonzo energy that is completely its own thing. And I'm going to be real with you. This is the kind of movie that if I seen the trailer for this when I was a teenager in high school, I would have been there first in line at the theater. No question. It just has that vibe, that late night, turn it up, go crazy kind of energy. The action set pieces in this movie are fantastic. Each one feels different. Each one escalates. And the gore. Listen, if you are a fan of Kill Bill style blood everywhere carnage, this movie delivers for you in a big way. We're talking about literal geysers of blood. Sokolov clearly grew up loving this stuff, and he puts it on screen with real joy. And now let's talk about Zazie Beetz, because she is the real MVP of this film. She plays Asia, an ex-convict who answers a job ad to work as a housekeeper at a mysterious Manhattan high-rise called The Virgil. And what she discovers is that this building is home to a satanic cult that plans to use her as their next sacrifice. And what the cult doesn't know is Asia can fight, and I mean really fight. Zazie Beetz is an absolute revelation as an action star in this movie. Some of the kill scenes she pulls off are just through the roof. She has the physicality, this intensity, this presence that you cannot fake. After seeing her in Deadpool, and I remember seeing her in Atlanta, and now this, I'm telling you, Hollywood needs to put this woman in more action films immediately. She is a natural. Now, one thing I want to specifically shout out, and this is something that really just jumped out at me as a film lover, is the set design. It's got some of the best set designs I've seen in a long time. You can just tell that these sets are purpose built for this film, and the reason you can tell is the way where they put the camera, the way they put the camera. Sokolov and his team are placing the camera in spots that you just don't normally see, around corners, throughout doorways, tight angles that just shouldn't work, but absolutely do. It's like the whole building was designed around where the camera was going to be, not the other way around. And that kind of intentionality, that's the mark of a real filmmaker. It's really cool to watch. It really pulls you in. Now, you're not just watching the action, you're moving through the space with the character. It's immersive in a way that a lot of action movies just aren't. Now, one thing I specifically want to shout out, and this doesn't always get mentioned in reviews, is the theatrical experience of watching this film. The sound design in this movie is incredible. When action hits, you feel it. The music that Carlos Rafael Rivera composed ties the whole thing together perfectly. There's this almost spaghetti Western tension that runs through the score, which makes total sense given Sokolov's love of Sergio Leone. And visually, especially in the first half of the film, there's a lot of rain. I mean, constant rain, and it works. It sets a tone. You are in this dark, oppressive world, and you generally don't know what is coming next. It creates this moody, almost noir atmosphere that makes the eventual chaos hit even harder when it arrives. Is it a perfect film? No, but it's an incredibly fun one. And I think audiences should show up for what it's offering are going to walk away out of this theater with a big smile on their face. This is a huge kind of movie that I predict is going to have a huge life on home video. People are going to discover this one at home and they're going to tell their friends about it. It's got that cult classic DNA running through it every single frame. I'm giving the way they will kill you a strong recommendation. Go see it in theaters while you can, because that big screen, those big speakers, that experience, it matters for a movie like this. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here. That's my review for They Will Kill You. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, before I go, I want to leave you with something that matters a little more than any movie review. In a world where you can be anything, let's be kind to each other. Let's be kind to our neighbors. Open a door for someone. Look for one small act of kindness you can do today. Just one. It doesn't have to be anything big. It just has to be real. I know it's not always easy. Trust me, I wake up in a negative headspace more than I'd like to admit. But I really do believe that kindness, when you choose it, makes a difference. Not just for the people around us, but for ourselves. Let's try it. One act of kindness every day. All right, thank you guys so much for watching Box Office Ricky. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you at the next one. We've got Super Mario Galaxy coming up. Take care of each other, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.